How to log in? On the dashboard screen, there are menus related to the function of the product we will use on the Pixage 5.0 interface using a zero account. In the left section, main menus are located, while in dashboard, player statuses, quick publishing process, player live preview, role notifications, broadcast status, and channel activity statuses will be met. In the App Store, all app records within the existing license we made globally are included. We can access reports specific to a player such as logs, status, health, and content from the Reports section. Definitions are for detailed information used for data-fed themes. Account management is the section where all account and user operations for this account are performed. The notification section allows the user to be notified and view the activities that are updated in the stream. Instead of innovation screen, detailed features or version updates in application are displayed. After main menu operations, proceed to transaction details on dashboard. Use fast broadcast feature to quickly provide broadcast stream to player in 4 steps, instead of going through different menus for this process. Access application market menu, where all app records created globally from Discover applications listed within current license we have. We can benefit from the list of scenarios with actions to set criteria for the broadcast schedule and the option to create a scenario. We can track the number of online/offline players and their online rates from the player status section. We can access the updated activities in terms of the stream through notifications and easily track the changes made by different users. Live preview is the section where we can instantly watch contents being played if player name is entered and player is online. Broadcast status shows the percentage of players' broadcast status. We can view the storage percentages of contents added to the library associated with the user account from the current storage section. We can access the usage percentages of all the content in the library from the Activity tab, the usage percentages of playlists in the playlist activity in a stream, and the usage percentages of channel recordings on a player from the channel activity. Now let's briefly talk about the operations we can do on the main menu and dashboard screen. The defined player records in the inventories of the players are listed in the main menu. All broadcast stream records for playing content or theme in a player found in broadcast stream schedule. Channel ops can be done to determine time intervals in which all contents in broadcast schedule in channels section should be displayed on a player. Content sets prepared for use in playlists for streaming and themes are available. Scenarios section determines actions for players' live stream based on specific criteria for setting criteria. My library is the section where all files in formats like images, videos, apps, and records are displayed on the player. We refer to this as the application library. Let's perform a player setup process with all the steps to easily understand the player section. We open the player code screen and perform the player matching with the account used in the application. We can access all the players we have from the list of players. Click on the button to add a player. The device we will install will provide us with a 6-digit random code. Let's enter the player code we see on the screen into the player code field. Let's enter the player name. All remaining fields are optional. We have the option to fill in the optional fields now or at a later time. Clicking Add completes the player account matching process when the Add button is clicked. If we want to add multiple players, we can do this by downloading the sample Excel file displayed on the player addition screen and filling in the requested information correctly, then clicking the Upload Excel file button. Registration, content planning, and receiving broadcasts are this simple in Pixage 5 version. We can view the player we added as active in the first position in the player list on the screen. Discussing features of Pixage 5 version in player list. Instantly view contents being played when player is online from section where we add player for taking real-time screenshots. Contents being played can be seen in online status. We can follow our screen broadcast with the screenshot feature in the operations button on the right side of the online player. This action is only possible on online devices connected to the internet. If there is no internet connection and devices are offline, this button will not be shown. Depending on the speed of the internet, we can take a screenshot or watch the stream in real time. With the feature of taking instant screenshots of multiple players, we can watch up to 6 devices at the same time by checking the checkboxes on the left side of the devices we want to watch in online status and clicking on the multiple screenshot button in the batch operation buttons. We can also carry out remote actions on the player's Pixage 5 device specifically from this particular section. For instance, let's pick Online Player from list. Branch binding groups players by selecting Match Branch button. When we say restart the application, it will restart the Pixage application on the device. Using this method, we can restart the device, update its firmware, and manually trigger it to receive the latest version from the server by sending the command for updating the version. The application automatically checks for updates to the application version and releases every time it is opened and closed. To obtain the latest version prior to the app closing, we can still manually trigger it if desired. Now let's check the Pixage 5 player calendar. We can provide calendar info like in app Pixage 4 through the calendar. For instance, we can command the device to open at 8 and close at 5 o'clock. When a device is activated, it is positioned to be open 24/7. However, after the calendar change, the Publish button must be clicked again. The player uses Pixage 5 Unlimited Internet for content delivery method. We can easily determine the internet speed from this section. If we don't want too much loading on the internet in the store, we can impose restrictions on internet consumption. Operation performed in area of determining download speed from batch operations by selecting player in player list. Standard comes with unlimited internet consumption. In the section of adding a new theme to the app market, we've developed themes like weather, currency info, and Yandex, where we position our own apps created globally, similar to the App Store logic, and can be used by many customers on a shared web page. At the same time, we can view our corporate themes developed for customers in this section. Now let's create a theme we want to play the live stream together. Click on the weather theme in the App Store. Let's choose the background color that matches the color we want to display for the judge and weather location code in the player. If we want to display in blue color, let's enter the blue color. And if we want to display transparently on a background image, let's enter the value found at the end of the background color as 0. Our theme will be displayed transparently. We can select from the location code field for the application language, text color, and weather information of the city we want to display. Choose a content folder available in our library to organize our theme in a structured folder structure. To add a new folder, we can add a new folder to the library and select this folder. We can also add the theme to the folder later through the library menu without saving the theme and selecting a folder. Finally, we can save our weather theme to our library by clicking Save to complete our operations. We save the theme to our library. To publish in the player, we go to the Broadcast Schedule menu. Displays existing broadcast streams in this list. Can add theme to existing broadcast stream or create new broadcast stream. Now let's generate a new stream. Once we have completed the player setup, we need to prepare a live stream in order to play content or a theme in our player. Let's see how the themes and contents we choose or make in the Program Schedule section are added to a program schedule. Click Add New button in List to create broadcast schedule. On right side in Program Schedule Details, our content available in main library is listed, and on left side, our ready templates listed where we can adjust size and frame of content in player. If we want to add more customized screen designs in more detail, we can add a new screen design with the plus button on the left side of the templates. This leads us to the Screen Designs menu. We can also do this from the Screen Design section in the sub-menu of the Definitions section in the main menu. We can add the theme we added from the App Market to the App tab in the library by clicking on it or by dragging and dropping to the live stream. When clicking, we can drop the selected item into the desired frame area or click the plus button to add the frame by selecting it. The contents we add to the playlist for moving from right to left in the standard will be positioned to be displayed for 10 seconds. Before clicking the Save button, you can view how the contents we added to the list by clicking the Preview button will be played sequentially, and after making sure you can publish our contents by clicking the Save button. Let's save the live stream by clicking the Save button. Broadcast schedules are nothing more than playlists that we create by adding content. To publish content A in the player for the added broadcast schedule but not publish content B and keep the content in the broadcast schedule, we can use the tagging method without breaking the schedule if we want to rebroadcast content B at a different time. We will explain in detail when describing the tagging method for this feature. Now we need to add the live stream to a channel in order to match the schedules we have prepared with our player. Before we proceed, let's discuss a new and useful feature we've developed in our product. Let's say we want to create another stream with the same properties as the one we created. We can do this with the stream copying process we developed in our product. First, we go to the broadcast schedule list for this. Clicking on the Operations button on the right side of the stream we created shows the Copy button. However, the copied broadcast stream's channel will be empty. We can only copy its features based on content. Therefore, let's not forget to link the broadcast schedule to a channel first. Then click on the Copy button and create a new live stream with the same name as the copied live stream, which is copied to the top of the live stream list with the copied date and time information. Now we can determine the time intervals for playing the contents of the broadcast schedule on the player in the channel menu. We come to the Channel Creation tab. The existing channels are listed in the channel list. Now let's click on the Add Channel button to create a new channel. The channel name is generated randomly from date information. We can change the name as desired, and in the Broadcast Stream Edition area, we can decide the duration for playing the added broadcast streams in the channel calendar on the player. We can play one or more live streams at the same time on our channel. A broadcast on the channel is available to play 24/7 for 1 year in standard. We can choose the schedule and determine the desired start and date, start and time, and broadcast days. By clicking on the Add Live Stream button, we have the ability to see how the live stream we added is displayed on our channel. Now our broadcast schedule is linked to a channel and waiting for it to be given to the player. This can also be done using the Channel Change button in Bulk Operations on the player's page. To create another channel with the same broadcast stream info but different player info from the channel we created, we can easily do this with the channel copying process we developed for our product. First, we go to the channel list. Here, by clicking on the Operations and Copy buttons on the right side of the channel we created, we are viewing the channel record we copied at the top of the list. However, since the channel recording we copied cannot be played directly on the player of the channel recording, we need to first go to the player list and connect the player to the channel. Now let's discuss another feature we have on the channel, which is the channel loop feature. We can play multiple streams within a channel. Let's say we want A to play for 30 mins, B for 30 mins, and C for 30 mins throughout the day. The live stream we made will end at the chosen time and a black screen will be shown on the player. What should we do in this situation? Do we need to add 48 streams for 24 hours a day, non-stop? No response. Choose Loop feature. Click Settings button in Operations section on right side of Channel in Channel List to activate Loop feature for desired channel in Channel List. Here we will be greeted by the Scenario and Settings tabs. In the Settings tab, we check the box to continue playing from the beginning when the streaming time ends. After this procedure, we observe that the loop column we observe in our channel is activated. By clicking the Broadcast button, we can go live on the channel. Our channel has been selected for our broadcast schedule, and now we need to match our player with the channel we recorded in order to determine the broadcast schedule that will be played on our player. Now our player is waiting to be given to the channel. Let us click on the Channel Change button and match our channel with our player. With this operation, it downloads the content we provide from the web through the player socket connection, depending on the internet speed. We'll show this soon on the device. If he doesn't play, we check the active-inactive status of the live stream by accessing it. The tag owned by the player may be inactive. If the theme is not playing but the image is playing, it means there may be a problem with the weather data retrieval. We also watched our broadcast on the player. We stated that we have the ability to create custom screens instead of using pre-made templates when adding program schedule. Let's explain this in the screen design section in the Define menu. Now let's fill in the screen name field. For horizontal, choose 1920 x 1080. For standard or vertical, choose 1080 x 1920. Let's add frames to our screen with the plus button on the right side. Displaying priority numbers, aspect ratios, and 2D values of frames in the left field. Values in this section can be customized as desired. When playing content consecutively, the player can prioritize the priority value and make selections in the broadcast stream by saving the screens we designed for later use. We can rapidly check the screen design we saved from the list of screen designs. When we transform the vertical design of the stream that is only played in the player into a horizontal design, we must remember to restart the player. In the Reports module, we view the log, health, and status reports of the player. We can access the categories of the online-offline status of all devices from the Health Reports section for the last 7 days. Clicking Excel button gives report output in Excel format. Currently obtained report manually. By choosing features like every day of the week and once a month via scheduled report button, we can send reports to relevant email addresses at desired intervals. The channel broadcast schedule report is a report to view broadcast schedules within a channel in terms of content and with visuals. Content plays are recorded in the report section, but it's not a comprehensive report holding all data and providing details of the contents. Finally, let's talk about tag management. Let's click on the details of the player from the Players menu and select a tag for the player from the tag field. In order to enable the player to view this tag and take action, it is necessary to restart the application 2 times. After finishing the restart process, let's open the stream recording with the unwanted content and click on Content Update Details from the Operations button of the content. Let's go to the Active-Inactive tag field, and after deactivating the tag we gave to the player, let's click on the Update button. After the broadcast schedule is published, we will not see this content again on the player.